Yeah, he's been doing that for years and years. And so I've been taking him to the ENT to keep an eye on his tonsils. He's had like 4 appointments with the ENT already.
Why have they not noticed it?
And they're the ones that, I don't know. That's what I'm saying. And they're the ones that did his allergy testing, which was great. But, you know, we've got an appointment because of that thing back there tomorrow. So if it's the same thing that's been going on with him for all these years, I mean, he'll be okay until tomorrow. But
the way when I'm looking at this stuff, and then I spoke with one of the doctors from one of Jana's offices, that stuff is pretty severe. You know what I'm saying? Especially in kids.
Yeah, but he's been clearing his throat like this for years, Tess. It's been a good couple years he's been doing that.
But when did this thing in the back of his throat come up that you sent me a picture of today?
Well, I've never noticed it before.
Never noticed it before. Because it was said you could see it and then you couldn't see it.
Yeah, it's been like sometimes you can't see it, sometimes you can see it, and it depends on what he's doing with his throat whenever I'm looking at his throat, if that makes any sense.
Well, it says that kids...
I get him to go, but sometimes I get him to do like kind of like I'm gagging thing.
Yeah.
So I can see the back of his throat really good, because if I get him to do, instead of pushing down on his tongue and gagging him on my end, I have him do the I'm gagging thing when I'm looking, so I don't have to push it. And when he does that I'm gagging thing, that's when you see it. And now if he's just opening his mouth and you're looking in, you don't see it. Or if he's opening his mouth and you're pushing down on his tongue to look at the back of his throat, you don't see it. But if he does that thing, like I'm gagging, you see it pop up. So I don't know how long it's been that way. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't see it unless if you have him do that thing.
Yeah. I mean, it just says...
The only way that I even caught that thing back there is because I am so paranoid with him, because you know how he's always been clearing his throat, and we found out that he's got all these crazy allergies that we didn't know about.
Yeah.
And you never know what they're going to be eating at school. He's allergic to everything pretty much. Anything, any processed food, anything like that, he's allergic to. And so I have to be very careful. We've always got like Benadryl and stuff on hand. He's never had like a anaphylactic shock reaction, but he has had, you know, the hives, and then there was one time that
what?
Reaction. I don't know if you remember, but I called you.
Yeah, where his throat was closing up. But it says that all this stuff can... All this stuff can have something to do with this, is what I'm saying, as far as the, you know, the infection.
That's what I'm saying. It's been an ongoing thing, whatever this is.
And like with him having the strep,
a long time.
The strep and all that different stuff, you know what I mean? The bacteria is pretty much what causes that. And that thing, that epigelot, I don't really know how to say it, gets inflamed or whatever, and that's the thing that blocks like the food and all that. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it says that, you know, go to the hospital. That's where it gets treated, because they put you in the they hospitalize you as a child or an adult for a few days, or, you know, up to a week or whatever, and give you IV antibiotics and all that stuff. That's why I'm saying.
Well, I'm gonna go to the ENT. Because I really like his ENT, and like I said, we have an appointment tomorrow.
But they didn't find it. That's what worries me, is they didn't, you know what I mean?
No, but the thing is, he's been to the doctor so many times that he's been doing this throat clearing thing over the last couple of years, and no doctor has found it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I've been so, like, I check his throat all the time. Like, literally all the time. If I hear him clearing his throat or anything, I'm checking it.
And then it says, like, you know, the horse, remember how he was, what was I about to say, had the hoarse voice and all that stuff. All that is related to it too. So what I'm saying is, like, now that all this stuff, or this thing is swollen, then, you know what I mean, I mean, it can cut his airway off in a matter of, I don't know, hours. Any of it is what it's saying. So, I mean,
Well, see, the thing I'm trying to let you know is that this is Coleman, Alabama.
I can't hear you. What?
That's because I'm trying to talk to you and change a poopy diaper at the same time. Everybody's going to have to watch it for me. Because I've got everybody's stuff going on at the same time. I've got dinner cooking. I've got Gage fell and hurt himself, and he was falling. He busted his face on the floor. I've got Haley talking to me. I've got everything. So, we live in Coleman, Alabama. The ER here, I don't love it, okay?
I've been there.
I don't love it. So, I'm going to take him to his ENT, because we have an appointment for tomorrow. And I will talk to her about it all, and I know that she will make a good decision for him, because no, she didn't catch it, but she's the one that decided that we needed to do allergy testing and everything else, which no other doctor has ever done for him before.
Yeah.
And turns out he is actually allergic to a lot of stuff. So I love his ENT. I trust her. She's great. She's been doing it for like 50 or 60 years. So,
yeah.
And she really actually cares. Like, she listens and she cares. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't just treat you or your kid like just another patient. You know what I'm saying? She listens and cares and pays attention to each case differently. You know? So, I'm going to take him to her. And like I said, whatever this is that's going on with him in his throat has been going on for a very long time, because he, for a really long time, has been doing that throat clearing thing, and I thought it was like a nervous tick kind of thing in the beginning.
No, I've always
talked about it, and you were like, "Yeah, I clear my throat."
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. I do it a lot.
Yeah, and so that's what I figured it was. But whenever I have him do I'm gagging with his mouth open when I'm shining my flashlight in, or that kind of like clear your throat with your mouth open, that's the only time that you can see this thing pop up.
Yeah.
That's the only time you see it. You don't see it pop up when he just opens his mouth and goes, ah. You don't see it pop up whenever he opens his mouth and you push down on it. I always use an unsharpened pencil when I push his tongue down to look in his throat.
Yeah.
And the doctors, they use their tongue pressers, and you don't see it. You don't. Until he goes, or he goes, like he's gagging, and then that's when the thing pops up.
Yeah.
So there's no telling how long it's been that way, because I was like, what is that? You know?
Yeah.
What is this popping up out of the back of his throat? And yeah, so we've got that appointment tomorrow, and I will let you know what her course of action is.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And I mean, if they were going
she's
to,
the one that was talking about, you know what I'm saying, she is a great doctor, and I trust her.
Yeah.
I trust her with him, you know what I'm saying? And you know that I will treat Kason like he is mine.
Yeah.
In any situation.
Well, I just want to know, like, ASAP, because here's my thing, and I hope that you would, understand, because I would do the same for you. If anything whatsoever occurred or happened, I don't care if it was 9 o'clock tonight or 3 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock tomorrow night, I'm going to come up there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if at any point the doctor said, hey, we're going to send you over here with him to the hospital, you know what I'm saying? Anything.
I will let you know.
I hope that you would let me come up there.
I'm good with you coming up here. I just need you to not make it more stressful.
No, I'm not.
For us to be there for each other.
Me and you are going to be, it would be just like if he was at Children's Hospital in Atlanta. There is no stress. I'm coming solely to be with my son, being 10 hours away and not knowing things with him sucks. So I just want to be able to be there, you know what I'm saying, and comfort him. And I'm not coming to cause anyone any stress. I'm solely there for him. But I just want to know that you're going to call me if and when something happened.
Didn't I send you the picture of being like, hey, this is happening in case of
yeah, but you made it seem like it's been happening, and that's why I was kind of like, well, why would you just send me the picture today if it's something that's kind of been going on?
So I'm not sure what you think of me, or what kind of parent you think I am, but if the kids are sick, if something's going wrong again,
I can't understand
I take care of it.
What?
I said, if the kids are sick or something is going on with them, I always take care of it.
Yeah, I mean, just when it comes to him, I just want to know, you know what I'm saying? Even if he...
I do that when it comes to all three of them.
Yeah.
And I will inform you when something's going on.
Yeah.
Just like when we thought his tonsils were coming out. I let you know.
They're probably going to end up having to do that.
Well, me and his doctor both would prefer them to go ahead and come out because he's had so many issues with them.
Yeah.
But me and his doctor also agree in not wanting to put him through an unnecessary surgery. So
yeah, but with this stuff in his throat now, I mean, you know, the infection's coming from somewhere. Numerous infections. That's
what I'm saying. At this point, I don't know what the course of action is going to be.
Yeah.
And it's likely that they're going to come out, and really it's probably best that they come out. She just, when her and I were talking about it before this thing in the back of his throat was a thing, we both agreed, okay, yeah, it would be great for him to have these tonsils come out because he'll have less problems, but she wanted to just keep an eye on him, let her know if he gets strep throat or a sore throat or anything. And then we will probably take his tonsils out. And it was just, okay, well, let's just keep an eye on the situation so he doesn't have to have a surgery that he doesn't really need to have.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've been going to the doctor over his throat stuff for a long time. We've been seeing the same ENT, and it's, you know, nobody else caught it. You know what I'm saying? He's been to plenty of doctors since he's done this, clearing my throat and, you know, random sore throats out of nowhere, nobody else is sick kind of thing.
Yeah.
For a long time. You know, so, but his doctor is great. I love her. She's really nice, and she really listens, and she takes action. This our first appointment with her. Immediately, she sent him for blood work and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. What all... Hold on. What all is...
The thing is, they drew blood on him and didn't have any concerns about white blood cell counts. So I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know.
What all is he, like, what when it came out, you know, with the allergy testing, like... What all is he allergic to? Because I'm trying to figure out how he's allergic to peanut butter when that child wanted nothing but PB&J.
Yeah, he's allergic to peanut butter. He loves peanut butter. Everybody loves peanut butter.
But he never broke out or anything. That's what I'm saying. And that was, you know...
This was a blood allergy test. They tested his blood for his allergies. And your body responds to... You can talk to the people that Jenna works with about it, but your body responds to things differently. If you're allergic to something, it doesn't always turn up as, okay, I have hives and my throat is swelling and I can't breathe. It's not, that's what people think being allergic to something is. It's not necessarily that. It's just like when people are lactose intolerant, they're allergic to dairy products. That doesn't make people have hives. You get diarrhea or you throw up. You know what I'm saying? So your body responds to different things that you're allergic to in different ways. Because I also had one of those blood panel allergy tests done a few years back, and I drink coffee all the time, but I actually am allergic to it.
Well, what happened, or what happens to Kason?
Like 7 times in a row.
What happens to Kason when he
I don't know what happens to Kason when he eats peanut butter. I just know that for a while he was getting rashes. Yeah. And this is what I sat and talked with his doctor about. Like, look, he's getting these rashes. One night he had actual hives. You know, I don't know what's going on. But he's allergic to peanut butter, but he's allergic to soybean. And soybean is in everything. Literally everything.
Soybean. So what can can he eat and stuff?
If you look up soybean, it's in everything processed. It even has like code words like I can't pronounce it, but it starts with an E. But it's in everything. So when I grocery shop now, it takes me hours because I have to actually read everything, and Kason has to have his own special snacks and everything. So.
What else is he allergic to? Is it what
like,
fruits?
We'll still let him have we'll let him have ice cream or something like that. We just make sure to have Benadryl on hand because he's never had like an anaphylactic shock reaction. We just don't want it to ever get to that point.
Yeah, what kind of like fruits is he allergic to? Anything like that?
No, he's just look up soybean. It's in everything.
So it's soybean and peanut butter?
Yep.
And
he told me he told you what he was allergic to.
Yeah, he did. I just didn't know if he told me everything.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm telling you.
Because he said I'm allergic to everything.
Yeah, he is. He is. It's in everything. It's in chips. It's in hot dogs. It's in hamburgers. It's in everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's in everything. So, yeah. Everything has to be fresh. Everything has to be, fresh produce. We do mostly fresh produce. We do, like, salmon. We'll eat, salmon fillets, not salmon in a can. That's disgusting. But it's real food, you know what I'm saying? That's what that's chicken breast, steak, salmon, fresh produce. Like, he has to have actual meals, you know what I'm saying? He can't just eat chicken nuggets and, that kind of thing. He's allergic to it's in everything. So I keep Benadryl in Gage's diaper bag, and I keep a Benadryl in the car, and we have a Benadryl at the house just in case.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, he's never went into anaphylactic shock with anything. And we don't give him anything questionable, even remotely close to bedtime.
Yeah.
But sometimes if we're, like, out and about and they have games and we have to hit a drive-through, I'll let him have chicken nuggets or a chicken sandwich, and I just go ahead and give him a little bit of Benadryl to go with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's in everything.
So what was causing the rash? Did you ever figure it out? Or
no, I have no idea. But we've changed his diet up, and he's not really had a problem with the rash.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, so it most likely was coming from something he was eating.
Yeah.
So just him being on the right diet it's a lot.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, how's he?
Cooking dinner? That means like I've got. like I can't do like.
What?
Okay,
She's setting you up. She's making you look like shit, telling you that you can't give him chicken nuggets and all this shit. That's when you need to cut it off.
Real food, everything homemade, home cooked.
Yeah.
Which I cook like that most of the time anyways, but with me working and the kids in sports, it makes it hard.
Yeah.
So I'm not just making something up or being a jerk, but I'm like, look, I can't, I've got dinner going. It's because I've got something on, like every one of my stove buys, something from the oven. I've got to focus or I'm going to lose everything.
Yeah. Well, how's he doing in school?
He is doing so good.
That's good.
So good. We're so proud of him. He's finally all caught up to everybody else.
That's great.
And, yeah, so proud of him.
When is his graduation?
He's moving on to first grade. He got the notification from his teacher.
When is their graduation?
I don't remember the day. I'll get them mixed up between his and Haley's because they're on different days.
Okay.
Next week and this week, they both have field days and graduation.
Oh, so it's next week? This
week and next week. Both of them do.
Okay, it's Kayson's...
and graduation, so like I said, I'll get their days mixed up if I'm not looking at it.
Okay, well, if Kayson's is next week or whatever, then... Or no, I've already taken off to be able to come up there, so I mean, if it's on a Friday, I could come.
Okay. I'll I'll look at it.
Okay. And then, I don't know, I'm hoping that between you and I, over the summer, that we can come to some type of agreement for him to possibly come here so that I can put him in first grade. What do you think about that?
Well, we just had this discussion.
I know, but, I mean, I'm just saying school's not going to start back until August, so, I mean, that gives time.
Yeah, that's definitely what's needed to figure everything out.
What?
That's definitely what's needed to figure everything out.
What did you say?
That's definitely what's needed to figure everything out.
What is what's needed?
Is time. Time.
Oh.
You said he's got time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I just kind of...
Huh?
I just kind of want to, like, you know, keep trying to go ahead and, like, try to get a game plan of some sort.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is we just had this conversation, and, you know, I don't want to do it over and over again and have us, like, getting frustrated and stuff at each other.
No, I'm not getting frustrated.
Huh?
I said I'm not getting frustrated.
I know. But,
What?
huh?
What'd you say?
I don't know what I was going to say. I'm in the middle of cooking dinner.
Well, I'm excited to come and see him.
Good.
And play with him. Does it cost, like, how does the whole park thing work? Like, the train and all that stuff?
What do you mean?
Like, is it, like, something that it's always, like, running, or, like, do I need to buy, like, tickets? Like, how, I don't know anything about what y'all are talking about.
Yeah, and you have to buy tickets.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, it's always running. During the day.
Alright. And, do you know if he has a game that weekend on Saturday? Do you know if he has a... Do you know if he has a game that weekend on Saturday?
I would look and see. I know Haley does.
Alright.
His team, well, both of theirs, really. They had a couple of game cancellations. I know a couple of them are weekdays, but a couple of them are weekends.
Yeah.
But, let me hop off here so I can get all this dinner and stuff done. It's just me by myself with all the kids in Georgia dealing with family kind of crisis situation. So let me hop off here and get this done so I can get inside and bed.
Alright, well, tell Kason that I said I love him.
Alright, I will.
Alright, thank you.